welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish. Let's see. Today's probably going to be a little bit of a short show. Not that they aren't all a little bit short, but usually I don't have nearly enough time to talk about what I want to talk about. Today's a little bit different. Let's see. I mean, really had one major event going on in wrestling, and that was Crown Jewel. Other than that, I mean, my Raiders got a win. Yay. Pierce beating up on his old team, the Giants. A lot of stuff coming out of that. A lot of stuff about Josh McDaniels coming out after the fact about that meeting that occurred with the players and the entire coaching staff and whatnot. Some not so flattering stuff for him. I don't know. I mean, it had to be done. Coaching change had to be made, and I think that's probably the best thing they could have done is pull the plug right when they did. And players seemed to be absolutely ecstatic, So I hope that they continue to improve and get better for the season. I mean, they show a lot of promise with this. This rookie O'Connell is looking really good. I think he's just going to keep getting better. So at the quarterback position, I think that's gonna be fun to watch coming up. I mean, Lord only knows. Maybe they can make the playoffs. I don't know. Not too far behind, but it's going to be a tough division for them, especially with the Chiefs in there. Who knows? But yeah, and so decent weekend football wise. Wrestling wise, like I said, the only big thing we got going on was Crown Jewel. Pretty good show, pretty stacked show. I wish it was a little bit shorter. Kind of exhausting. I'd stretch it out over 2 nights, which happens with these. Happens a lot of times these Saturday shows. I was still at work when the show started, so I worked Saturday and Sunday, unfortunately. So I had to watch everything in replay, but like I said, real stacked show. A lot of stuff going on. You don't know how much influence the Saudis have over the booking of the show, so I can't really get into that. I don't know, but obviously they're booking for their entertainment at that point, So a lot of times they've got to kind of resume storylines after they get back and kind of take a little detour. Like I said, real stacked show. I'm sure that the Saudis have an influence on that, and they want a lot of bang for their buck, which they got. So, Cena putting over Solo, which I think that's good for them, good for the bloodline. And Cena continues to play this kind of sympathetic, down his luck baby face, which is kind of a new facet to him. So I'm kind of liking this, to tell you the truth. It's better than the Super Cena nonsense that I've been watching for so many years. I kind of like this. Especially wrapping up towards the tail end of his career. I don't know if once the writer's strike is over, I don't know if he's going to go back to acting or what the whole thing is. I don't know if that's just kind of him passing time. I don't know. I know he has mentioned previously that he's got a lot of injuries and his body can't do a lot of what it used to do, unfortunately. Alright, I'm gonna apologize if you guys hear any background noise. I've got a neighbor next door that is running his truck and whatnot. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. But not a whole lot I can do about it. I'm sure it'll filter out, but if it doesn't, like I said, I'm sorry. Back to Crown Jewel. Some good stuff with the bloodline, with the Judgment Day. I enjoyed I knew the Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes match was going to be a good one. There's two really good workers that know what they're doing. I really think Priest is highly underrated, to tell you the truth. But he does some stuff in the ring, which he has incredible attention to details, which is which is really refreshing, really cool to see. So I like I said, I like watching him. I'm afraid that because of his age, that they're not gonna ever give him really the push that he deserves. Unfortunately, keep teasing and teasing with that Money in the Bank briefcase, and we'll see what comes about because of that. But whether they put the belt on him, I highly doubt it. Even if they put him on the belt on him for a little while, I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, now that Rhea has kind of emerged as kind of the true leader of the Judgment Day, opens up a lot of different avenues, I think, for this storyline to be really interesting. That's just my opinion, bud. And you've always got Damian kind of doing his you've always got I shouldn't say, Dominic Mysterio, I should say. You always got him doing his part and getting mad boos throughout. And like I said, now I've gotten engine revving next door, so hopefully that doesn't come through. This mic is usually really, really good, and I'm hoping that doesn't come through. But like I said, got some good possibilities, good storylines there. Good possibilities. Lots of things that lots of different ways they can go with that. So it looks good for the future. Logan Paul just amazing me again with his ability, just insane. He's been doing this such a short time, and if you look at some of the clips that have been on the net, you can see where he pretty much saves Rey Mysterio's neck during their matchup, and what a veteran move from somebody who isn't a veteran. That was insane, and really just incredible. And I'm gonna have to take a short break right here, right now, unfortunately, and a little momentary pause. Sorry about that. My son just finished his schoolwork, or so he thought. So he felt compelled to interrupt the podcast. It's all good though. That's kind of what 5-year-olds do. Let's see. Like I said, I was talking about Logan Paul and how just incredible this guy's been in the ring. Especially for kind of a part-timer. Just incredible. Amazing what he's able to do, and able to pick up and learn in such a short time is incredible. What else we got? We had the women's match. Thankfully, Io Sky retaining with a little bit of help there from Kairi Sane. So good to see her back. I'm sure she's not looking forward to facing off against Nia Jax, though. Hopefully she won't put her in the hospital. Like I said, what else we got going on? A whole lot of, like I said, it was a stacked card. Really, really stacked card, which you kind of expect for the audience that they were putting it on for, and the money that was probably thrown at them. You expect this kind of, star-studded event. Let's see. Obviously the main event was LA Knight versus Roman Reigns, and not really huge surprise that LA Knight did not win the championship. At least they had some interference, so it wasn't like he got buried or anything. He still put on an incredible show, and they actually put on a good match. It was, which is kind of hit or miss with Roman Reigns. It kind of depends on who he's in the ring with. I was a little afraid of this one, only because I don't see LA Knight as a big, ring general type thing, and that's usually when Roman Reigns has his best matches. It's usually with people like AJ Styles, etc. That can really tell a story in the ring and really get some, really help put over his opponent and help out in that manner. So it was good to see that LA Knight was able to pull that off with Roman Reigns. I think Roman Reigns, as he gets more experience, is I know it's a weird thing to say because he's been in the business so long, but he's learning what works and what doesn't. I think too. I mean, because a lot of his matches are kind of cookie cutter kind of things. So it's nice when you can see him in there with somebody who's a good worker and knows what to do. And LA Knight obviously knew what to do. I think they had a good match and really good match, and nobody got embarrassed, and it was it was a good match. Match tonight, I probably have to say, man, I'm maybe thinking Mysterio versus Logan Paul, maybe. We started things off with like Sami Zayn versus JD McDonough, and which was part of the kickoff show. And this kickoff show felt like it lasted forever, man. What was the total runtime of this thing? It was over 4 hours, I think, which is exhaustingly long, man. But let's see. Let me just run through some results so I can remember real quickly what was on there. We had Rollins versus McIntyre. This one kind of surprised me. I had a weird feeling that they might put the belt on McIntyre, just to just kind of give Rollins a break. And I mean, Rollins is a hard nut to crack. He's really popular and people are singing his song, but I can see that kind of going south real quickly. Just because that gets old real quick. You can't, I don't know, I don't think you could milk that gimmick too much longer. I mean, aside from that, what else we got? We got, like I said, Kairi Sane came back, Cody Rhodes versus Damien Priest, which that was a real good match too. That was an excellent match, and and Roman Reigns versus LA Knight, that was another one. I thought that if they were going to put the belt on Knight, it would have been kind of an interim thing, kind of a transitional champion. I really didn't think they were going to put it on, though, because that kind of becomes anticlimactic if and when Cody Rhodes eventually takes that belt, So, aside from that, man, what else do we have going on? I mean, Rhea Ripley looking amazing. Jeez. She got a good reaction. I was got a really interesting introduction with the music and everything. I thought that came off really cool, and then she came off as a superstar and surprisingly got a really good reaction from the Saudi crowd, which I wasn't sure how they'd really react to it. But yeah, she came out there on fire and really did a great job. Once again, Rhea is really the MVP of that whole Judgment Day. I think Nia Jax being sloppy as ever. She took some stiff kicks though. I mean, some stiff moves too, which is good. Finally, hopefully, people are giving it back to her because I'm sick and tired of watching her just manhandle people and be dangerous and in the ring. And like I said, it wasn't too bad of a match. Raquel having some power spots too, which helped matters. But decent match. Aaron Rhea comes out shining and looking amazing as usual. Like I said, aside from that, I think that was every match, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Like I said, we had Io Sky versus Bianca Belair, which Sky retains, thankfully, and in the process we see the return of Kairi Sane. How this is going to affect the damage control? I'm wondering if this is going to be the final nail in the coffin for damage control, and they're going to break them up. I don't know. Only time's going to tell, but that's one way they could definitely go with this story, cause even more friction between Io and Bailey. And maybe they'll use it to turn Bailey back to babyface. I don't know. Sky's been pretty hot lately, red hot. Getting a much bigger reaction, a lot of fanfare. a lot of it's based on her wrestling skills. You know, she's not afraid to go in there and take chances, and her matches are always entertaining. So it's, you know, because she's not lighting the world on fire on the microphone, obviously. You know, but that's, like I said, that's pretty much all I can think of right now off the top of my head. But other than that, let's see, we got the crushingkayfabe.com website back, so I got that domain back. It's back up and running. So if you go to crushingkayfabe.com, crushing with a K, that's back up and running, and I'm happy, but real happy about that. Ended up having to bid on my own website, which sucked, but that's kind of the way things go sometimes, unfortunately. You know, and what else we got going on? Gonna have to take another little pause here, and I apologize. All right, and I'm back. Little short little break there, but hopefully it doesn't look too bad through the magic of editing. That's why I don't do the show live. It's just too many things going on, unfortunately. Between the interruptions and the background noise, today's show is going to be an absolute nightmare, and I apologize for that. But yeah, I was just talking about getting the website back up and running. You know, before I forget too much, I want to send a happy anniversary out to my wife. You know, anniversary is actually on the 8th, but obviously I don't tape a show on the 8th, so we'll say it now. Happy anniversary. What else? Let's see. Before we get to any more interruptions, while I start calming the show down a little bit here and start saying, you know, check out Then and Now Flea Market, downtown Trenton. And we've got a booth there. You know, go check out some of my items. Check out some of my wife's handmade goods. You know, and tell them that Crushing Kayfabe sent you. So check them out. And like I said, unfortunately, I'm out of CDs there. That's one of those 10 billion things I mean to do. It's on my checklist with a million other things to do. I've got to print some more of those out and get those going. But we'll see what we can do. In the process of trying to get my new CD done also. That's, you know, item 1000 on the list, I guess. But, you know, we're working out all the time, working and stuff. So check them out. Tell them that Crushing Kayfabe sent you if you're in the Western Tennessee area. Other than that, go to crushingkayfabe.com. Check us out on Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can help support the show and get all the shows ad-free, completely ad-free. So check us out on patreon.com. Do a search for Crushing Kayfabe, Crushing with a K. And I'm trying to think right now what else we got. You know, make sure to follow us on YouTube, Patreon, and Spotify. You know, other than that, you know, prayers going out to you know, the Ukraine and Israel as usual. You know, pray for peace there, and hopefully things get back to, I don't want to say normal, because what is normal at this point, but hopefully things become a lot more civil in those areas. But hey, once again, thank you for tuning in. God bless. All right, thank you.